The humans were not supposed to be this clever. Tala watched as the small human ship approached the massive Vexari warship. Her violet eyes narrowed with interest. This was certainly unexpected. The human vessel was barely 1/10 the size of the Imperial flagship, yet it made no attempt to flee. Tala stepped closer to the viewing portal. Her 6-fingered hand brushed against the cool crystal surface. The human ship continued its approach, ignoring all warning signals. Her mother, Queen Nalara, would be furious, Commander Tala. "They are hailing us," said her assistant. Tala nodded. "Put them through." The communication screen flickered to life, revealing a human female with dark skin and curly hair. She wore a simple uniform with no decorations or rank insignia. "This is Kate Miller of Earthship Horizon requesting permission to board." Tala felt her secondary heart flutter with amusement. How bold these humans were to request boarding rights on a royal Vexari vessel. The humans had only achieved interstellar travel 50 years ago while the Vexari Empire had ruled the stars for 10,000 cycles. Permission denied human. "Your presence is unwelcome in Vexari space. Return to your sector immediately." Kate smiled. "I have something. Your queen wants," Tala hesitated. The human seemed unusually confident. Explain." "I have the solution to the blight." Tala felt her scales ripple with shock. The blight had devastated Vexari agriculture for 3 generations. Their mighty empire was slowly starving. Despite their advanced technology, they had found no cure. "You lie. Permission to board with my research team, I will provide proof." Tala glanced at her second-in-command. The older Vexari female shook her head in warning. But Tala was curious. This human female showed no fear facing the most powerful empire in the known galaxy. "Very well. I grant temporary boarding permission for you, and no more than 3 others. You will be escorted at all times. Any suspicious behavior will result in immediate execution." Kate nodded. "Understood, we will dock in 20 minutes." As the communication ended, Tala turned to her crew. "Prepare the reception bay, alert security. We have guests." Her second-in-command, Vera, approached. "Commander, this is unwise. The Queen has not authorized this meeting. The Queen also demands results with the blight. If these humans truly have a solution, and if they do not," Tala smiled, showing her sharp teeth, "then they will not leave this ship alive." Tala waited in the docking bay surrounded by armed guards. The massive doors slid open, revealing the small human shuttle. Within minutes, the airlock cycled and 4 humans stepped out. They looked frail compared to the towering Vexari warriors Kate led. The group, she was taller than the others, but still a head shorter than Tala. Behind her came 3 other humans, 2 females and 1 male. All carried small cases but no visible weapons. "Commander Tala." Kate bowed slightly. "Thank you for allowing us aboard. May I introduce my team, Dr. Lily Chen, our biologist, Dr. Susan Wright, our chemist, and Dr. Alan Foster, our agricultural specialist." Tala acknowledged them with a curt nod. "You will surrender your equipment for inspection." "Of course." Kate handed her case to the nearest guard. The others did the same. After thorough scanning revealed no weapons or communication devices, Tala led them through the gleaming corridors of the Vexari flagship. The humans looked around with undisguised wonder at the living ship. The walls pulsed with soft bioluminescence. Transparent conduits carried glowing fluids throughout the structure. "Your ship is beautiful," said Kate, looking up at the crystalline archways. "The way you've integrated biological components with technology is remarkable." "It is merely functional," replied Tala, though she felt a strange pride at the humans' appreciation. They entered a large laboratory, where several Vexari scientists waited. The guards positioned themselves at the doors as Tala gestured to a central table. "Show us this miracle cure." Lily stepped forward, opening her case. She removed several vials of clear liquid and a small device. "We need samples of your affected crops," one of the Vexari scientists produced sealed containers of withered purple plants, the once staple food of the Empire now reduced to twisted, decaying matter. "The blight spreads through microscopic spores," explained Lily as she prepared slides. It attaches to the cellular structure and prevents nutrient absorption. Susan joined her setting up testing equipment. On Earth, we faced a similar pathogen a century ago. It devastated our wheat crops before we developed a solution. Tala watched skeptically as the humans worked. They moved with practiced efficiency, their small fingers manipulating delicate instruments with surprising skill. Your blight has a similar genetic structure to our historical pathogen, continued Lily, showing magnified images on a screen. We developed a targeted bacteriophage that seeks out and destroys only the blight organisms without harming the plant. Impossible, said one of the Vexari scientists. We have tried every known treatment, Alan smiled. But you haven't tried human approaches. Our perspective is different. We see patterns you might miss just as you see things we would overlook. Lily applied the treatment to a sample of blighted plant. The effect was immediate. Under the microscope, they could all see the blight organisms being destroyed. The Vexari scientists hissed in amazement. Tala felt her heart's race. This was beyond anything she had expected. These primitives had solved a problem that had confounded the greatest Vexari minds. This requires further testing, she said, keeping her voice neutral. Of course, agreed Kate. We have brought enough treatment for large-scale trials. Tala studied the human leader. Why would Earth help the Vexari Empire? We have no trade agreements, no diplomatic relations. Because the stars belong to all of us, replied Kate. And because we hope this gesture of goodwill might lead to something more, such as an alliance. Commander Tala, Earth faces threats we cannot handle alone. We need friends. Tala laughed. The mighty Vexari Empire does not befriend lesser species. Kate met her gaze unflinching. Then perhaps it's time for that to change. Before Tala could respond, an alert sounded throughout the ship. A harsh voice came over the communication system. Commander Tala, report to the royal chambers immediately. The Queen demands your presence. Tala felt her scales flatten against her body in dread. Her mother had discovered the humans. Queen Nalara was not known for her patience. The Queen stood by the massive viewing window of her private chamber. Her emerald scales shimmered under the light of distant stars. Her ornate headdress marked her status as supreme ruler of 87 star systems. Her tail lashed against the polished floor as she turned to face her daughter. You brought humans aboard without my permission, she hissed. Tala lowered her head in submission. Mother, they claim to have cured the blight. The Queen advanced, her claws clicking against the floor. You risk the security of this vessel for a claim made by primitives. Their solution shows promise in initial tests. Tala kept her eyes downcast. If it works. If. The Queen circled her daughter. You allowed yourself to be manipulated by human trickery. I expected better from you. I believed the potential benefit outweighed the risk. Queen Nalara stopped her pacing. Bring these humans to me. I will judge their worth myself. Tala bowed and left quickly, relieved the punishment had not been worse. She returned to the laboratory where the humans continued their work under guard. The Queen demands your presence, she announced. Kate looked up from a microscope. Has she seen our results? She will judge. Your claims personally. Prepare yourselves. As they walked through the winding corridors of the royal section, Tala noticed Kate observing everything with keen interest. The human missed nothing, her eyes cataloging details most visitors would overlook. Your ship is partly alive, isn't it? Kate asked quietly. Tala glanced at her, surprised by the observation. Yes, the Vexari believe separation of technology and biology is inefficient. Fascinating. On Earth we keep them distinct, but I can see the advantages of your approach. They reached the royal audience chamber. The massive doors slid open, revealing a vast space filled with Vexari nobility and military commanders, all curious about these strange mammals who claimed to have cured the Blight Queen. Nalara sat upon her crystalline throne, her imposing figure dominating the room. Her royal guard stood at attention, their ceremonial armor gleaming. Tala led the humans forward. My queen, may I present Kate Miller and her team from Earth. The humans. Bowed, Kate stepped forward. Your Majesty, thank you for granting us an audience. The Queen's gaze was cold. You claim to have cured our blight. We have developed a treatment that shows promise. We request permission to conduct larger trials, and why would humans help the Vexari Empire? Kate met the Queen's gaze. Because we seek alliance, Earth faces threats from the Cordon Collective. We need allies. Murmurs rippled through the court. The Cordon were known even to the Vexari as dangerous, expansionists. Their hive mind approach to warfare made them formidable enemies. The Queen laughed. You think curing a crop disease earns you military protection from the mightiest empire in the quadrant? No, said Kate. But it shows what humans and Vexari can accomplish together. There's more where that came from. The Queen leaned forward. Explain. Earth has developed technologies that complement Vexari strengths. We believe together we could stand against threats neither of us could face, alone. Queen Nalara gestured to her royal scientist. Test their cure thoroughly. If it proves effective, we will consider their proposal. If it fails. Her eyes narrowed. They will not leave this system alive. Over the next several hours, the royal scientists subjected the human treatment to rigorous testing. Kate and her team worked alongside them, answering questions, demonstrating techniques. The results were consistent. The blight receded under their treatment. Tala watched with growing respect. The humans worked tirelessly, their knowledge impressive despite their primitive origin. Their confidence never wavered, even under the skeptical scrutiny of the royal scientists as night cycle began. Most of the court had retired. Only the scientists remained. Tala approached Kate, who stood alone viewing data on a large screen. Your solution appears effective, Tala admitted. The royal scientists are convinced. Kate nodded. I never doubted it. Would you like to know how we developed it? You studied our agricultural reports. No. Kate smiled. We never saw them. We developed this cure based on Earth history and a few samples of blighted plants obtained through neutral traders. The solution was obvious to us because we approached it differently. Tala tilted her head, studying the human. Your species is peculiar. You lack strength, speed, longevity, yet you compensate with unusual mental flexibility. That's our advantage. We adapt quickly. We see patterns others miss. Perhaps. Tala was not entirely convinced. But one successful treatment does not justify an alliance. Kate's smile widened. Which is why we brought more. Before Tala could question this, Queen Nalara returned, the court scientists at her side. Their expressions told Tala all she needed to know. The treatment worked. Kate Miller of Earth announced the Queen. We have verified your cure. It is effective. Kate bowed. Thank you, Your Majesty. Your achievement is notable for a lesser species. The Queen settled onto her throne. However, an alliance between our empires would be unbalanced. The Vexari would gain little. With respect, Your Majesty, we offer more than the blight cure. The Queen's eyes narrowed. Continue. Kate gestured and Susan stepped forward, opening another case. She removed a small device, setting it on the floor. With a press of a button, a shimmering field surrounded her, a demonstration. Your Majesty, Kate nodded to one of the royal guards. Please fire your weapon at Dr. Wright. The guard looked to the Queen, who nodded curiously. The guard raised his energy weapon and fired. A brilliant beam struck the shield. The energy dispersed harmlessly. Impossible, hissed the Queen. No shield can fully disperse a Vexari pulse weapon. This one can, said Kate as Susan deactivated the device. We call it adaptive resonance shielding. It analyzes incoming energy signatures and creates a perfect counter-frequency. The court erupted in excited hisses. The military commanders moved closer, examining the small device with new interest. We understand the Cordon have breached your outer defensive systems, continued Kate. Their new phase cannons bypass traditional shields. Our technology could help protect your colonies. Queen Nalara's expression remained unreadable, but Tala knew her mother well enough to sense her interest. And what would Earth expect in return for such technology? Equal partnership, protection for our colonies, access to trade routes, and seats on the Vexari Council. The throne room erupted in outrage. Equal status for humans impossible. The Vexari had never granted such privileges to any species. Queen Nilara raised her hand for silence. She studied Kate for a long moment. You ask much human, we offer much in return. Your Majesty, the Queen stood. You will remain aboard as our guests while we consider your proposal. Commander Tala will see to your accommodations. The guest quarters were luxurious by any standard. Tala showed the humans to their assigned rooms. The living quarters pulsed with gentle bioluminescence, creating a soothing atmosphere despite being designed for Vexari physiology. These will be your accommodations while the council deliberates, explained Tala. You may move freely within this section, but guards will accompany you elsewhere on the ship. Kate nodded. Thank you, Commander. Your hospitality is appreciated. It is not hospitality, Tala clarified. It is protocol. You remain under observation. After ensuring the humans were settled, Tala returned to her own quarters. Her mind troubled. The events of the day had been unexpected. The humans had proven more resourceful than anticipated. Their technology more advanced than intelligence reports suggested. Her communication panel chimed a private channel from her mother. Daughter, what is your assessment of these humans? Queen Nilara asked without preamble. Tala considered her words carefully. They possess unexpected capabilities. Their technologies appear genuine. Their proposal, however, is presumptuous. Indeed, the Queen's expression was thoughtful, yet their shield technology alone would be valuable against the cordon. We could simply take it, suggested Tala. Their ship is defenseless. Perhaps, but I suspect they have not revealed all their capabilities. These humans are clever, and there may be more value in alliance than conquest. Tala was surprised. You are considering their proposal. I am considering all options. The blight threatens our food security. The cordon threaten our borders. We cannot fight on all fronts. The Council will resist elevating humans to equal status. The Queen's eyes narrowed. The Council serves at my pleasure. Remember that, daughter. The communication ended, leaving Tala with much to consider. She decided to learn more about these humans, particularly their leader, Kate Miller. The woman's confidence bordered on insolence, yet she had backed her claims with results. Later that night, Tala found Kate alone on the observation deck staring out at the stars. The human stood silhouetted against the vast expanse of space, seemingly lost in thought. Your proposal is being considered, said Tala. Though I must warn you, my mother rarely accepts terms from lesser species. Kate turned. Do you consider us lesser, Commander Tala? Tala was startled by the directness. You are young. Your civilization has barely left your home system. Youth has advantages. We see things differently. We solve problems with fresh eyes. The blight is just one example. Tala moved closer, studying the human with curiosity. You are either very brave or very foolish to come here. Kate smiled. Sometimes they're the same thing. My mother will not agree to a full alliance. She might when she sees what else we brought. Tala tilted her head. Explain. We've developed a propulsion technology that could reduce your fleet's travel time by 60%. We've created medical advancements that could extend Vexari lifespans. And we have weapons that could target cordon hive nodes directly. Tala hissed softly. How do you know about cordon hive nodes? Few outside our military understand their importance. We pay attention and we're good at making friends. The implication was clear. The humans had other alien contacts, perhaps even Vexari informants. Tala felt her scales bristle with indignation. You have spies within our empire. Kate shook her head. Not. Spies contacts individuals who see the value in cooperation. There are forward-thinking Vexari, just as there are on Earth. Tala moved closer, her imposing height allowing her to look down at the human. You walk a dangerous path, Kate Miller. All worthwhile paths have some danger. Kate met her gaze unflinching. But the potential rewards make it worthwhile. Despite herself, Tala was impressed. The human showed no fear, even when facing a predator species that could tear her apart with ease. Such courage deserved respect. "Why did your people send you?" asked Tala. "Surely there were more experienced diplomats?" Kate smiled. "Because I understand both worlds. I studied xenobiology and comparative cultures. I can see patterns across species. I recognize that despite our physical differences, our civilizations face similar challenges. And what challenges does mighty Earth face that compares to the Vexari Empire? Resource limitations, environmental adaptation, defense against hostile forces. The fundamental challenges are universal, only the scale differs." Tala considered this. The human spoke with conviction and intelligence. Perhaps there was more to these mammals than she had assumed. "Tomorrow you will present your case to the full council," Tala advised. "They will not be easily convinced. Many believe humans are barely more evolved than the livestock we raise. Then we'll have to change their minds." Kate's expression was determined, one demonstration at a time. The next morning, the council chamber was filled to capacity. The 23 highest-ranking Vexari officials sat in a semicircle, their elevated seats allowing them to look down upon the humans who stood at the center. Tala noticed several military commanders present, including Fleet Admiral Zex, the Queen's most trusted strategist. Queen Nalara entered last. All rose in respect as she took her place at the center of the council. "This emergency session will now commence," announced the Royal Herald. "We gather to consider the proposal of alliance from the humans of Earth." Kate stepped forward. "Honorable council members, thank you for this opportunity. Earth extends its hand in friendship to the mighty Vexari Empire. We believe our civilizations can achieve more together than apart." An elderly counselor leaned forward. "Pretty words, human, but the Vexari Empire has stood for 10,000 cycles without human help. What do we gain from this alliance that we cannot simply take?" "Innovation perspective and willing partnership," replied Kate. "Taking creates enemies, cooperation creates allies." She gestured, and her team brought forward several devices, placing them on the central platform. "We offer these technologies as a demonstration of our capabilities and good faith." Kate activated the first device, projecting a holographic display of a complex engine design. "This is our resonance drive. It uses quantum field manipulation to achieve speeds your current drives cannot match." The Vexari engineers present moved closer, examining the schematics with interest. "This," Kate continued, activating another device, "is our targeted cellular regeneration system. It can extend Vexari lifespans by approximately 30% based on our biological compatibility studies," the council murmured with interest. Vexari already lived for 2 centuries, but the prospect of extended life always held appeal. And finally, Kate activated the third device, showing a weapons system. "Our neural disruptor specifically designed to target hive mind structures like the cordon central nodes." Fleet Admiral Zex stood. "These designs appear impressive, but we have only your word. They function as claimed." "We anticipated your skepticism, Admiral." Kate nodded to Alan, who activated a communication device. "Our ship is prepared to demonstrate the resonance drive with your permission." The Admiral looked to the Queen, who nodded. After a brief communication, the main viewing screen activated, showing the small human vessel. "Observe," said Kate. The human ship suddenly accelerated, vanishing from view. The council gasped. In seconds, the ship reappeared on the opposite side of the Vexari fleet, having circled the entire formation in moments. "Impossible," breathed Admiral Zex. "No drive can achieve such acceleration." "Ours can," said Kate simply, "and we offer this and more in exchange for alliance." The debate raged for hours. The Vexari council chamber had become a battleground of words and ideas. Some counselors supported the human alliance proposal, seeing the potential benefits. Others fiercely opposed it, viewing humans as unworthy primitives. "These technologies are impressive," admitted Admiral Zex, "but an equal partnership is unprecedented. The humans would have voting rights, access to our star charts, influence over imperial policy. Our ancestors did not conquer 87 systems to share power with mammals, growled another counselor. Kate listened patiently, allowing the debate to unfold. Her team remained calm beside her. Tala watched with interest, noting how the humans showed no offense at the harsh words. Finally, Queen Nalara raised her hand, silencing the council. Kate Miller. What guarantee can Earth provide that these technologies are not your only innovations? What prevents us from accepting your offerings only to find humans have nothing more to contribute? Kate smiled. A valid concern, Your Majesty. Earth currently holds 43 other major innovations ready to share. Faster engines, improved terraforming, better medicine. All developed in the last decade. Our creativity is our strength. We see problems differently. This is merely the beginning. Bold claims, said a skeptical counselor. Yet your species has existed for mere moments compared to ours. What have humans accomplished in your short history? We went from first flight to landing on our moon in 66 years, replied Kate. From discovering atoms to harnessing fusion in less than a century. From primitive computers to artificial intelligence in decades. What the Vexari achieved through millennia of steady progress, humans achieve through rapid innovation. Tala noticed her mother's expression shift slightly. The Queen was intrigued, and the Cordon asked Admiral Zex, "You claim they threaten Earth. What proof do you offer?" Susan stepped forward, displaying another hologram showing a sector of space near Earth territory. 3 months ago, Cordon scout ships entered this region. They established a forward base here. She pointed to a small moon. Our intelligence suggests they plan expansion into both Earth and Vexari territories. The Admiral studied the data. This information matches our own intelligence, he admitted reluctantly. Queen Nalara stood, silencing further debate. The Council will recess to consider this proposal. Kate Miller and her team will return to their quarters. During this time, our scientists will continue evaluating their technologies. As Tala escorted the humans back to their quarters, she found herself walking beside Kate. Your presentation was effective, Tala admitted. Several key counselors appear, swayed. And you, Commander? Asked Kate. What is your position? Tala considered the question. I believe in the strength of the Vexari Empire, but I also recognize the value of new perspectives. The Blight has taught us that even the mighty can be humbled. That's surprisingly open-minded. I am my mother's daughter. I put the Empire first. If an alliance with Earth serves our interests, I will support it. Kate nodded. A pragmatic approach. You should prepare for a compromise, advised Tala. The Council will not grant full equal status, but they may offer limited partnership, probationary status. It's a start, said Kate. Relations can evolve over time. That evening, Tala was summoned to her mother's private chambers. The Queen was reviewing data from the human demonstrations. The technologies are genuine, said Queen Nalara without preamble. Our scientists confirm they function as claimed. Tala nodded. The humans have proven their worth then, perhaps. The Queen's tail swished thoughtfully. But I question their motives. No species offers such advantages without hidden agenda. They fear the Cordon, as do many. But there is more to this proposal. The Queen turned, fixing Tala with her penetrating gaze. I want you to speak with Kate Miller, privately learn her true intentions. You suspect deception. I suspect complexity. These humans are not simple. Their leader, Kate Miller, is particularly interesting. She shows unusual understanding of our ways. Tala bowed. I will discover what I can. She found Kate in the ship's arboretum. The human stood among exotic plants from across the Empire, studying their structure with evident fascination. Our botanical collection interests you, observed Tala. Kate turned, smiling. It's remarkable, the adaptation strategies your plants have evolved. Different from Earth, but solving similar challenges. You have a curious mind for a diplomat. I'm not just a diplomat, I'm a scientist too. Understanding life in all its forms is my passion, Tala. moved closer. Why did Earth really send you, Kate Miller? What do humans truly want from this alliance? Kate met her gaze. The truth: we want survival. The Cordon are only the most immediate threat. The galaxy is dangerous. Humans are adaptable, but young. We need allies, partners, friends. The Vexari do not need friends. Everyone needs friends, Commander. Even mighty empires. There was something in Kate's tone that caught Tala's attention. You speak as though you know something we do not. Kate was quiet for a moment. There are threats beyond the Cordon forces that would challenge even the Vexari. Some dangers can only be faced together. What threats? We've detected unusual energy signatures from the galactic rim patterns that match no known species. Evidence suggests something is coming, something ancient and powerful. Tala felt her scales flatten against her body, an instinctive response to danger. You should have shared this with the Council and been dismissed as manipulative or delusional. Kate shook her head. We needed to establish credibility first. With the blight cure, the shield technology, the drive demonstration. Now perhaps the Council will listen. Tala studied the human with new eyes. You are more cunning than you appear. Not cunning. Strategic Earth cannot face what's coming alone. Neither can the Vexari. We need each other. When Tala reported this conversation to her mother, the Queen remained silent for a long time. Have our deep space monitors detected anything unusual from the galactic rim? She finally asked. Not to my knowledge, replied Tala. But our focus has been on the Cordon threat. Our monitoring of distant sectors is limited. The Queen activated her communication panel. Admiral Zek's redirect. Long-range scanners to the galactic rim. Sector 7 through 12, Priority 1. Turning back to Tala, she said, if the humans speak truth about this threat, then alliance becomes necessity, not choice. Finished. Tala. Hours later, the Council reconvened. Kate and her team were summoned. Admiral Zex entered last, his expression grave. He approached the Queen, speaking quietly. The Queen's scales darkened, a sign of concern. Kate Miller of Earth announced, Queen Nalara, our sensors have detected unusual energy patterns from the galactic rim, patterns you apparently knew about yet failed to mention until pressed. The Council turned to Kate with suspicious glares. We detected these anomalies recently, admitted Kate, but without confirmation we hesitated. To make claims that might seem alarmist or manipulative, we came seeking alliance against the Cordon. The greater threat simply adds urgency. Convenient timing, growled a counselor. What do your scientists make of these energy signatures? Asked the Queen. They match no known technology, said Kate, but they are consistent with theoretical models of space-time manipulation on a massive scale. Something is coming, Your Majesty. Something beyond our current understanding. The Council chamber, filled with uneasy murmurs. If you speak truth, said the Queen, this changes the nature of our discussions. It does, agreed Kate. Individual worlds facing the unknown alone will fall united. We stand a chance. 1 year later, everything had changed. Tala stood beside Kate on the newly constructed Earth Embassy on Vexaris Prime. The alliance was proceeding better than anyone had expected. Human innovations had strengthened Vexari defenses, while Vexari technology had accelerated Earth's development. The massive embassy building represented something once thought impossible, a permanent human presence on the Vexari homeworld. Through the large windows, they could see both species working together. Scientists, engineers, diplomats, all focused on common goals. My mother still thinks you tricked us somehow, said Tala, her tone amused rather than accusatory. Kate laughed. Is she still angry about the renewable energy solution? She expected a weapon instead. You gave us clean power. That's humanity for you. Always surprising. Tala looked down at her human friend. I underestimated your species, we all did. That's our secret advantage, said Kate with a smile. Being underestimated, the past year had transformed. The relationship between humans and Vexari. The initial probationary status had evolved into a true partnership Earth had delivered on its promises, introducing innovations that strengthened the Empire. The blight was now fully controlled. The cordon had been pushed back from both Earth and Vexari territories. Most importantly, the mysterious threat from the Galactic Rim had been confirmed. A joint research team had identified the source as an ancient race long thought extinct. Their technology far surpassed anything known in the galaxy. Their intentions remained unclear, but their approach was undeniable. The Council meets tomorrow to discuss the Harbinger data, said Tala, referring to the ancient race by the name humans had given them. Our scientists have analyzed the propulsion signatures. Kate nodded. Ours too. They're advancing faster than we initially calculated. We may have only 5 years before first contact. 5 years to prepare. Tala's expression grew serious. Without this alliance, neither of our species would have detected them until too late. Together we're stronger, agreed Kate. The research outpost at the Rim is already gathering crucial data. The combined fleet patrols have extended our early warning network. They watched as a mixed group of human and Vexari children played in the embassy gardens. Below them, the capital city stretched to the horizon, its architecture now showing human influences alongside traditional Vexari designs. Did you ever imagine this? Asked Kate, gesturing to the scene below. When we first arrived, never, admitted Tala. I expected to extract your technology and send you away if I didn't execute you for your presumption. Kate laughed. And now I cannot imagine facing the future without Earth's partnership. My mother would never admit it, but neither can she. A small Vexari child approached them, her scales still soft with youth. She looked up at Kate with curious eyes. Are you the human who saved our food? She asked Kate, knelt to the child's level. I was part of the team, yes. The child offered a small crystalline sculpture. My clutch made this for you. Our teacher says humans appreciate art. Kate accepted the gift with genuine delight. It's beautiful, thank you. As the child rejoined her friends, Tala noticed the emotion in Kate's eyes. You've become attached to our world. As you have to ours, replied Kate. The cultural exchange program has been oversubscribed. Humans waiting years for the chance to study. On Vexaris, Vexari scientists requesting permanent positions at Earth universities. My niece leaves next month for your Massachusetts Institute. She speaks of nothing else. They moved inside as the twin suns began to set. Taking seats in Kate's office, they reviewed plans for the upcoming joint military exercises. The holographic display showed combined fleet formations, unprecedented cooperation between species that a year ago had never formally met. Admiral Zex has requested more human tactical officers, noted Tala. He says their unconventional thinking complements our strategic discipline, and we've requested more Vexari engineers. Their experience with biological technology has revolutionized our medical systems. A communication alert sounded. Kate activated the screen, revealing Dr. Lily now heading the Joint Research Initiative on the Galactic Rim. Kate, Commander Tala. She greeted them. We've detected new activity. The Harbinger fleet has changed course. They're heading toward the Sileran cluster. Tala hissed softly. The ancient ruins, Kate nodded. They're searching for something. Send all data immediately. We'll brief the council. After the communication ended, Kate turned to Tala. The Sileran ruins contain technology even the Vexari couldn't decipher. If the Harbingers seek it, reasoned Tala. It must be significant, perhaps even a weapon. We need to get there first. Tala nodded. I'll speak with my mother and Admiral Zex. The combined fleet could reach Sileran in 6 days. I'll contact Earth Central. We'll need our best archaeologists and xenotechnologists. They worked late into the night coordinating the response. Tala marveled at how seamlessly they now operated together. Human intuition, complementing Vexari, precision. Their differences becoming strengths rather than obstacles as the final preparations were made. Kate paused, looking out at the night sky. Do you ever wonder if this was inevitable? What do you mean? This partnership, this alliance, our species finding each other just when we both needed it most. Tala considered the question. My ancestors would call it the will of the stars. Your people might call it destiny. And what do you call it? Necessary evolution, replied Tala. The strong survive not by dominating but by adapting, by recognizing new strengths even in unexpected places. Kate smiled. Very philosophical, Commander. I've learned much from humans, including the value of philosophical questions. A message arrived confirming that Queen Nilara had approved their plan. The combined fleet would depart for the Siluran cluster at dawn. A joint human Vexari research team would accompany them. It begins, said Tala, the first true test of our alliance. Many doubted this day. Would come, remarked Kate. A human and a Vexari planning a mission together as equals. Not just planning, corrected Tala. Leading the Queen has named us joint commanders of the expedition. Kate's expression showed surprise. Both of us, my mother, believes our complementary perspectives will be crucial to success. The same Queen who once called humans primitive mammals. Tala's mouth curved in the Vexari equivalent of a smile. She has evolved, her empire has evolved, and so have I, as they. Finalized the mission details, Tala reflected on how much had changed. The humans had arrived in a tiny ship offering solutions to problems the mighty Vexari couldn't solve. They had extended their hand in friendship when most species would have cowered in fear, and in doing so they had transformed an empire. The stars themselves would never be the same. The galaxy facing an ancient threat would find not divided civilizations but a united force. Human ingenuity joined with Vexari might. The harbingers, whatever their intention, would not find easy prey. Later, as dawn approached, Tala stood alone on the embassy balcony, the first light of the twin suns painting the sky in shades of purple and gold. Below the capital was awakening Vexari, and humans beginning another day of shared purpose. Kate joined her beautiful morning. Indeed, agreed Tala, a good day to begin a new chapter in our alliance. Together they watched the sunrise, symbolic of the new era they had helped create too. Species once strangers, now bound by common purpose, the future uncertain but faced together. For the stars, said Tala using the traditional Vexari blessing, and all who dwell among them. Finished Kate with the human response that had become customary. The horizon brightened with promise.